full speed ahead, mission go. Any other terminology that I don't really know I'm talking about here?
All aboard.
All aboard. All aboard.
I think
we're good. Got the mic all situated for once. Yep. We should be all set, guys. Hey, welcome. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Beard Advice Live. I am Dan C. Bearded, not Dancing Bearded. This is the co-host, a.k.a. the mayor, a.k.a. Steve, a.k.a. I need a drink of water.
He's got a frog in his throat. His throat's on fire. Welcome in tonight, guys. This is Beard Advice Live. Our primary goal is expressed in our title, but we do some other things as well.
Yes.
What else do we do while we hang out and chill and get a little bit of therapy?
So, first one, I had a big craving at lunch today. I almost caved, but I held out for tonight. We drink Mountain Dew. We got the OG tonight, the straight up Mountain Dew. It's going to be so sweet. I really wanted some. My when you wear a mask all day, sometimes your breath gets a little off. Your mouth gets a little bit off. And seriously, like Mountain Dew, like the carbonation, whatever, kind of cleanses my palate. I wanted it bad at lunch, but I held off.
So I have this thing with my beard, the length that like it all kind of, a lot of the shorter hairs tuck underneath the mask. So as I breathe, it dries out, and by the end, it's like a poof ball, like going all sticking to my nose, making phone calls on my cell phone. It's crazy.
But yes, we will be consuming a pop tonight, and then we also consume some meat.
Lots of meat.
All right,
so this is a little piece of a big pack of Dearborn hot hunter sausage that we got. I'll bring a little bit each time. If I eat too many, it kind of sneaks up back on me. Enough said. I don't want to go into that too much, but it's the.
What's up, Owen?
Oh, hey, Owen, how are you? Did you get your brother to bed yet? On Wednesdays, he's putting his brother to bed. Yeah,
cool. We start implementing different chores every night for Maddox too. So and Jax when we can get them. So yeah, these are amazing. Man, it's really tough again between my favorites. We love Beef Octane. We love Dearborn. There's so many we love. And then the other one we love, guys, is Mingy Jerky. And this is their bourbon. Really good. Kind of has like a savory, sweet taste to it. Really, really nice. Nothing spicy about this one. And then if we need to, we got something in the holster over there. Some Bold Hickory. I think that's the Aldi brand. So we got that on there. It just hasn't struck me. It hasn't been like, I got to eat this.
It's like filler.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there. You got to have your jerky.
Yep.
It's not designer.
Yes.
Some of these are some of our more high-end couture beef jerky.
Yeah. And then we do have a couple of special things going on tonight. One of them that I'm going to show real quick here is we will be doing a giveaway towards the end of the night for anybody that is live in with us right now. We will be giving away the Dan C. Bearded Beardsman Starter Kit from Chesapeake Beard Co. You got an oil, you got a beard butter vitality, you got a co-wash, a wash, and a sticker. And these are all in the co-wash scent that I developed. It is a driftwood and sea salt, really fresh, really natural scent. So we're going to give away one of these entire boxes from Chesapeake Beard Co. later tonight. And what else do we have to announce tonight, Mayor? I hit him with the bad timing. Sorry, Mayor.
This is our final night of our Love the Beard Detroit Grooming collaboration contest. We have almost 60 guys that are going to be waiting. Everybody that's on the show tonight, your name's already in my special app. And we're going to be drawing a winner. And that winner is going to win over $100 in products from Detroit Grooming. The black co-wash, the oil, the butter, a hat, I believe, of their choosing, and a $25 gift card.
Yeah, buddy. And so that one, again, is for people that have entered this month into Beard Advice Live. Our month is closed. We can't take any new entries right now because we're on the show. But I checked up to like an hour before, so we should be good and caught up here. Nick, nope, I've not tried that one. But the Chesapeake one is going to be for anybody that's in the stream, in the chat at that time, and it's going to be the old school method. We're going to do the numbers method, taking a break from the link this week. No particular reason, mainly because we only have one giveaway. So we're going to go back to the old school way. What's up, Jay Mason? Got that mullet dripping in the back. I see you. I
got a quick shout out to you.
Yeah, hit him.
My mom, happy birthday tomorrow. It's a big one. It's not, you know,
You don't throw numbers out there.
Don't
Yeah.
throw numbers out. But thanks for being there. I don't know. I don't say it enough.
Okay.
You rock. You've always been there. Happy birthday.
Is it a 6 and a no? More? Wow, she's doing good. I genuinely thought, okay, he's there. She had you when she was 19. There's okay. All right. Wow. All right. Well, Mrs. Wamba, she knows I love her. Happy early birthday if you catch this in advance. So no link, guys, for those giveaways. We're going to handle them in the stream, and we'll be able to be good to go from there. But ultimately, this stream is about helping guys out, or gals. Still haven't had a girl enter, but we are welcoming any of the bearded ladies out there. And what they do is we have guys that send in their pictures of their beard. They need help with styling. They need help with trimming. They need some guidance on what kind of style to go for, what kind of maybe they're just lost and they want help and guidance, maybe a little bit of support. That's what we're here for. And it's going to be pretty awesome, man. We've been really consistent. We've had like the perfect amount of people that have been able to send in. So I do appreciate it. And if you guys could real quick, hit a thumbs up on the stream. I do appreciate that. Ooh, look at this. Tom said, my Mingy Jerky came in an hour ago. I have the mild and Cajun. And that doggo's 2 bags of treats too. The mild is super salty. We love the salty. That's like our favorite thing about it. When you have it with a tell them, man. Tell them.
It just pairs, just beautifully pairs. I'm fancy.
Yes.
And with a nice, good like pop. Okay, if you're gonna treat yourself, just treat yourself. But that saltiness just it fades away. And I don't know, it heads out to the mountains wherever that Mountain Dew is that they got. I've been looking my whole life, never found
it either. And I've been on a couple.
Huh?
So Paul says liking Mr. Moose grooming products. What?
Not shocked.
No, they're amazing. That's one of the ones that people, the word hasn't been out there a lot because I'm the only one that's covered them so far. But once people start using Mr. Moose, they're going to be like, whoa, like this is legit. Especially their butter. The feedback coming back on their butter. Unbelievable. And some more great feedback here too. I caught I think Detroit Grooming popped in here, but enjoying all the Detroit Grooming butter, but Leland slaps. Oh, it does. It does special. For sure. All right.
I think we're good. I was just gonna say the same thing that Mr. Moose Jake's had your ear for a couple of years on the development. So you know, from that standpoint of product, I think he's ahead of the game.
Yeah. So, and you for a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I was lucky enough to get to try out some of the first butter as well.
Definitely. And quick update, because a lot of people ask.
It was oil. I have not tried the butter. No.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I have. I might have.
A lot of people like to ask us about this, and that's kind of how this show started in the middle ground, is talking about our lives and current events and stuff. Real quick, Mayor, what's going on with school? What's an update with our life, our world of our other profession?
I don't know. Just like your guys out there, it's crazy. We're getting a new schedule every time. The battle between being safe and not losing our kiddos at home is just being fought. Nobody's getting everything they want.
Yep.
You know, everybody's compromising. That's the word of the year or couple years is compromise. Nobody gets exactly what they want. So it's crazy. You know, I'm going through it as a parent, I'm going through it as a teacher, an employee, as a husband. You know, I talking to my wife and getting on the same page for what our goals are for the kids and all that jazz. It's stressful. I just want to say that right here, that we're all ready for life to come back, and things just seem to carry a heavier weight right now. We all feel it, whatever it looks like, and I just want you. You know, we've seen it on the Facebook group, Commands Corner. You guys aren't alone in that. We're going to be positive, but life is a challenge. And when we walk out, we're going to be better off for it. But if you're feeling alone or just like you can't even stand up straight without getting socked in the face or something, you're not alone. Carry on, brother.
Absolutely. And hey, if you ever need anything from that type of stuff to beard advice, send me a message. I always respond. Tyler, you're welcome, man. It's an honor to be able to answer your guys' questions. And right now we're back about halftime on campus, halftime online, but we're about to be going back 4 out of 5 days. Baked Beans says, ever since I found this channel, I'm dumping money into my beard like my Harley. And Baked Beans, I will say one of those habits and one of those hobbies is ridiculously more healthy for you than the other. And I know probably riding is good for the soul and everything, but man, taking care of your beard can do a lot of great things for you. Detroit Grooming also has great hair products.
Love them. Like I will never, I mean, they're they're the difference between. I always was a grocery store mousse or gel guy, and I will never. They got me sold. I got to try out a few of their products. The medium hold. Just the reason I like it is because it's not crispy, flaky. My dog doesn't like to lick my head. Whenever I use a cheap one, my dog will lick my if he'll crawl up on the couch and lick my head and lick out whatever it is in there. This stuff looks good. The hair is natural. It's not stuck down, but it does what I want. So I'm sold on a little bit higher end kind of product for that.
I don't take care of my head hair at all with styling. I hate it. I've tried every company in the world. The only thing I remotely like is sea salt spray, but I don't use much. But I know it could be more dapper. I just don't. But that's on me. All right. Let's head over to our Beard Advice Live. You guys, I'll actually kick this one off for the first time. We are starting with an update. So sometimes we give advice and we have dramatic trims. We have dramatic styling changes. And guys like to follow up and show us the before and show us the after. And that's what we have first is a before and after. And this was just from last week, I believe. So on the left, you have the William H. before, and then look at the after. I love this one for the fact that I believe that, hey, Mr. Iowa Crafted Bearded, I believe that bigger is not always better. Longer beard is not always a better beard. I think this is a perfect picture of that. We told him to trim while it's growing out, while it's thickening, while it's getting that backboard. And I think this looks absolutely sharp as can be right here, right? We had some transparency before. We had some different things going on. Now look at this beard over here. I think it contours to his face perfectly. Before I was like, okay, I see the potential. We got some things going right here. But the after, I'm like, man, this is you. You look like a model. You look like somebody that should just straight up be representing beards. Bigger is not always better. For me, it is, but that's just how it suits me. Not for everybody else, though. I love the after, William. You absolutely crushed it. That is a perfect trim.
And when we talked with them, we said we're not giving up on the big beard.
No,
but we're giving everything time to fill in and maybe the slow growth to catch up.
Yeah, and here we go. People, listen. The squint test worked. So true. If you do the squint test there, it is going to fill in absolutely perfect. So I'm really proud of this one because I think sometimes people think with this channel and these things that we're going to say, go big, don't touch it, leave your beard alone. This was one where we gave that advice, and man, oh man, that looks really, really well put together. Super well put together. I think it looks great, man. So you crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. Let's rock it. Keep it going. Thanks, Nick. All right. Tyler R. Oh, sorry.
This is Tyler. He says, my name is Tyler and I'm 25. First off, you guys rock. Just want to thank you for helping mine and everyone else's beard. I tried to send in early. Unfortunately, my beard got into a fight. Me and my beard got into a fight with a power drill at work. Wow.
Remember my video.
Yeah. Anyways, looking for advice on A, where and if I should trim the beard. I want a beard Dan's length, so I really am trying not to trim her, But I thought I'd get everyone's opinion. B, how to grow hair under lip. That has always bugged me. Lastly, any general advice?
Okay. So, literally like my video about the power tools, he had an accident. Not as big as some of the ones in the video, but you're going to see here. And hey, Detroit Grooming, welcome on in. And we're going to give some advice. And this one I've been thinking over. It's actually been for about 2 weeks now. He reached out to me and I said, let's let it grow if you can, and then we'll come back to it, okay? So get ready here. Power tool at work. Yep, look at that chunk of hair. And then obviously the portion of where the beard came out is right here.
First cut is the deepest.
The first cut is the deepest. I need a better singing performance next time out of that. But is that a song?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it should be.
The first cut is the deepest.
Oh, there it is. Yep. So you got it right here. That is a significant spot, right? If I was to tell you that I didn't see this one here, I'd be lying to you. That is for real. That's down to the skin. Ouch is right. Look at, oh man, it hurts the stomach. But we've got some things. And he has a very similar beard to mine. Very, very similar. So over here, you don't notice a ton, but I think his saving grace is the black shirt behind it. So when you see in the beard right here, you do notice this big missing chunk. And again, That is this exact spot right here. Okay. Again, you don't see it here. So as always, we want to start by saying everything is your personal preference, your personal comfort level. This is just our perspective and our advice, and it's not necessarily saying what we would do. I think we have a good job of thinking about other perspectives and kind of considering their angle. But here is my advice. Then we'll see what the mayor, we haven't talked about this, so we'll see what the mayor thinks. I believe you do, and he's asked me a bunch of times, do I need to trim or do I need to shave? Do I need to shave? No, I don't think you need to shave, but I do think you need a significant trim. Where I would go is almost the squint test. The squint test never lies. I would go pretty much exactly right here. All right, check this line, see where you got the problem area, and I'm going to go all the way around. It's going to hurt your soul.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt the soul, but I'm going to go all the way around right here and let it grow in fuller as it goes through. So again, I would go right here, you guys. Right here would be my trim. See this spot? And you can see the hairs are in here. They just stop right here. And I think you were due even for a little transparency trim before this, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper as that goes through there. Let me read this real quick while the mayor's marinating his thoughts. I'm using the Mackinac Island oil and butter. Whoop, whoop, collab. It's become my all-time favorite. Yes. Awesome, man. Nice work. Thank you, Jason. That's awesome.
Makes you want to jump into the
front
yard snow. Yeah.
Who would do that?
Nah.
Who would do that? Join the Facebook group.
Yeah.
All right, Mayor. Thoughts?
I think I like your advice. The three choices are, well, it looks like two choices. Trim it, let it go. It's not going to catch up.
Nope.
So split the difference is kind of what you're saying. I agree. You don't trim all the way back to where the damage is, but you kind of split that difference, and you're kind of finding again. It's the theme of this era that we're living in. It's called compromise, and I think he's right. It's gonna hurt. Like, it's taken off a lot, but it's gonna be something otherwise you're just always gonna notice. So rip it off. Don't rip it off. Trim it off, but rip it off like a Band-Aid. And I would say that would be your best bet. What we're trying to do is just kind of compromise on that look.
Yeah, I love what you said. Split the difference, right? There definitely is some damage all the way down to the skin. So if you wanted to go for the full clearance, you'd have to shave. But I don't think you do that. I think you split the difference exactly like the mayor said, and your line is pretty clear. It's right here. It's very, very simple. You start on this side. This is really important, Tyler, when you're watching this. I haven't seen you in the chat yet, but if you watch this in the future, I would go right here. Start right here on the damaged side, and then even it out as you go. You'll be totally fine as you go through there. So start here and even it out.
Gorilla Glue. Not Gorilla.
No, yep, no Gorilla Glue for the styling. No Gorilla Glue for the styling there.
Great adhesive, not good for styling.
Alex, I saw your question a couple times. I do not know much about testosterone boosters. I know testosterone and DHT is very important for beard growth, especially your sensitivity to it. Beyond that, I would be just giving a gut instinct, and on something medical like testosterone boosters, that's not my place to say until I look into it further, which I'm not comfortable doing that. So no opinion there, but I will say, Mac with the cheese. What's up, Mac?
He's always got fancy emoticons.
He is emoticons. Ooh,
is that right? Is that what it is?
I'd call them emojis, but yeah, emoticons, works really well.
Thanks. I feel fancy.
Have you guys had good experience with biotin? Yes, it's one of the biggest game changers when it comes to rate of growth and health of my beard.
It doesn't even take that long to notice. A couple weeks, and you can just kind of feel just a fuller growth. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's pretty remarkable for an oral, like taking something and actually seeing a payoff that quickly.
Yeah, it's awesome. Truly awesome. Cool. Thank you, Tyler, for sending in, man. That was a really unique one. Really, really fun one. I know not fun for you, but I thought fun for the people to experience. What's up, Jake? Jake, we were talking about Mr. Moose grooming at the beginning. You got to go back and watch that. Sorry. All right.
This is Bruce. Bruce says, I'm soon to be 59.
Bruce B?
Bruce B.
Bruce Buffer?
Banner?
Banner?
Bruce Banner.
Bruce Buffer.
Who's
that?
Is
the announcer of the UFC.
Oh, Bruce Banner. Isn't that like Spider-Man or Batman or something? Bruce Banner.
I think Bruce Banner is the Hulk.
The Hulk. I'm sorry. You guys are freaking out right now.
They're going nuts.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I like I like Marvel DC stuff more than Star Wars, but not much. And I don't know why we're on the same. I'm not just pretending. It just always kind of annoyed me. All right. I've always had at least a beard, goatee, or mustache since 1980. My children and grandchildren have never seen my upper lip.
Wow.
However, I am new to the YouTube social media beard community. I'm learning tons of great information from lots of sources, but none of them are as informative as yours. I'm almost 90 days in my first year and looking forward to seeing what I end up with. I am particularly interested in your opinion about the wax mustache or natural handlebar.
Okay. Bruce, if you're in here, please type a comment. And guys, if you're in here right now and you're enjoying this, you like that advice, you like the giveaways that we got coming tonight, hit a thumbs up on the stream if you don't mind. I really do appreciate that. I know I've been in streams and I've forgotten, and I do appreciate when people remind us. Warning. Model level beard, fantastically groomed beard, amazing beard approaching. Here he is. Here is Bruce right now. So warning, epic level of mustache. Warning. Okay, I don't want anybody freaking out when they see this. It is an awesome beard.
They're still covering from the whole Hulk thing.
I know. Yeah, you did do that to him. But he has a very specific question. Waxed mustache or natural? Both of these are fantastic. And we do have a mustache guru in the building, Mr. 30 Days Review. Welcome, my friend. Here we go. Wow. What a beard. I mean, from the color of the mustache to the density of the mustache to the put-togetherness. You like that?
Mm-hmm.
The put-togetherness of the supporting beard.
Just balance.
Goodness. Yeah. So he is asking straight up, which one? Dig! I know. Bald and beautiful.
That's perfect.
The stash. He's just simply asking, which one do you prefer? Waxed on the left or natural on the right? Mayor, if you got a vote, hit him, and then I'm going to hit my vote. And I have my vote locked in. You're not going to influence me.
Natural.
No.
Handlebar.
Woo! Sorry. Okay.
Sorry. No, I almost didn't notice the other one because I like the handlebar so much. Sorry.
I'm on the other side, and I put these on these sides on purpose because I knew which one we were going to pick. We haven't talked about this. We never discussed these ahead of time. We don't want it to seem scripted or anything. I am for the natural on the right. You are for the waxed on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Both are great is what Doug says because he's a politician. Doug, thanks for playing down the middle here. All right, let me read through these real quick. Bruce, you got a problem. All right, you got a problem here.
This may be more.
Yes.
We may fall right on that line on this one.
Okay, natural, waxed, natural, waxed. And a lot of people are saying both. Natural, waxed, natural, waxed, natural. That's one of those words that sounds weird the more you say it. Natural, waxed, natural. Wow.
Okay. I want to add something.
Go, please hit them.
You guys don't. Okay. My handlebar choice is that's a formal look. But if you're going out, I don't know why. I see like to chop wood or do something outside. The natural is it's very subtle, anyways. The way you're doing that, but I like the waxed for your formal occasions and the natural for every day. It's more. I think it's probably more doable, anyways.
Yeah, dude, just fantastic. And normally I would have said, and we do on a weekly basis. There's several people who are like, "Thanks for sending in. We have nothing to give to you. We have nothing to offer." This one was he has a epic, legendary beard, legendary mustache, but it was a very precise question, and I like answering precise questions. So you can't go wrong, my friend. Maybe a little bit of both. For me, I'm on board with the more lazy walrus side because I'm looking out for your mental being. I'm looking out for your wellness as a person. And I think you'll enjoy life more with the lazy walrus side, even though that walrus still works out, but just like a couple times. It's not like a super lazy walrus. but it's not a full walrus either. So it's a walrus in training, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, you're Bruce, you're that's goals. Like that's if I can look like that when I'm whatever age you are, I'm not even gonna throw out a number. But clearly you have a couple years on me. I would be very, very, very happy. Again, I'm gonna be bald.
It's like a Who Wore It Best from the magazine. Like
Yeah,
two
right.
Have the same.
He
dress.
does. He's got. Oh, here's the rec. When you compare the comparison, he's got Stanley Tucci vibes to him.
Mm-hmm.
Really does in a great way. In a great way. If Stanley Tucci had a better, a productive walrus, I like that, Chris. That's a good one. Yes, Chris wins. You guys can all go home. Chris wins the internet tonight. A productive walrus. Yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's a walrus, but he's still getting some things done.
Yes. Yes.
That's right.
That does. That stands the test of time, the eye test. By the way, guys, our giveaways tonight, you don't have to sign up with any links tonight. We're going to do one that's going to be the random number style, and then another the mayor has on his phone that's already entered in. So just keep that in mind. And I do want to show real quick, just because I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's pretty darn cool. We will be giving away tonight at the end of the stream the Dancy Bearded Starter Kit here, and it has an oil, a butter, co-wash, beard wash, and a cool little sticker. So we'll be throwing that out there tonight for those of you that are live in the chat.
And for those that are in our contesting,
Yep.
They're getting a Detroit Grooming Black co-wash. They're getting the oil, the butter, a hat, and a $25 gift card.
And that'll be at the end as well.
Right. Floyd says, I need advice. My mustache doesn't connect, and I'm almost 30. I'm beginning to think it never will. Also, the left side is a lot more wavy than the right. Any advice you can give? Open to anything.
All right. Here we go. Let me see if we have two from Floyd. Nope, just one. Got to update next. Okay. So, mustache worries. Wavy. One side's more wavy than the other. And then general advice. You want to go? Want me to go? Okay.
You're growing a young man's beard right now. I think you're just it's come that mustache will get with age. Other things are going to go down, but your mustache will go up and fill in, and that will be good. I don't think I would do too much because I wouldn't give up on the mustache. I don't. You could go for the whaler, and that would be fine. But I don't know. Maybe that length because you definitely are growing great here. Maybe bring it up a little bit shorter. I think you've done a good job there. I don't see any kind of line of demarcation. Got it in again or anything like that. But I think a shorter beard style would fit as we wait for that mustache, that goatee to just slowly take its time to start filling in and go.
Yeah. And Mike, just let us know when you have to take off. The mayor has all the names already, so we can run it anytime you need to, Mike. So this is your game. Just let us know here. All right. Some shaving would do wonders. Okay. So the mustache, man, you just need patience. One of the things you can try is apply direct castor oil to that skin at night. It's shown to work wonders. For generations, women have been applying castor oil with a little brush directly to their eyebrows to grow their eyebrows out. Sam had fantastic success doing that. So that could be something that I would recommend, literally just getting a bottle of castor oil from your natural health store or from Amazon. Not the best, but it'll work. And applying that to your mustache at night, it'll give you a shot. Now, to the beard. So you're thinking go shorter style?
A shape in some way. Yeah.
Okay. So for me, I'm probably with the mayor there on this one. The waves and dips right here, it's definitely going to be a case of perfecting a heat routine. If you're already using heat, we got to really dial it in and try different ways. I cannot stress enough about trying different ways to use heat. There's guys that tell me time and time again, heat doesn't work for me. Heat doesn't work for me. You got to step outside your comfort zone and do things that you don't think will work. Watch every heat video that I have, every blow dryer, every heated brush, and try different things.
Just to throw one out there that I'm just kind of messing with right now is how if it's after a wash, how much water I want in the beard, because I get a faster, straighter beard sometimes with a higher, more quickly, not letting it dry out too much. or some people's hair might be the complete opposite. Maybe you need to let it dry out almost to the point before you straighten it. You throw your oil in and then you got about 5 minutes and then just go for it and see if that works. If not, spray a little more water on there. Water and those heated brushes. I think people think that they're going to hurt them or themselves. They're not. It's good. You're like dry cleaning that beard.
Yeah, absolutely. Where are they sending these into? Wes, if you look down below, it's scrolling. You're going to send the pictures, the problems, the goals to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. 30 days suggest a whaler. So I'm not a fan of a whaler at all in any circumstance, unless it's personal preference. I think even a short blonde mustache is better than a shaved one because it shows that you're trying this. It shows you're going for it. Now, great question by LD. Lance says, black castor oil or normal? I'm a big fan of normal. Black castor oil is the same thing. The only difference is they roast the castor bean before extraction. The only difference is it changes the pH level slightly, and most people tend to agree that normal castor oil is a little bit better, but the end difference isn't much. So, hey, Steve, welcome on in. Welcome on in here. So my advice would be to I'm gonna do a major cut. Oh, there's Tyler. All right, there's Tyler. He's just coming on in here. And make sure you guys are live. If you scroll the mouse over the screen on your computer, it should have the word live with a red dot next to it. If it doesn't, hit the red dot. If you're on your phone, same thing. Just tap your phone to get that one. But cool, awesome, Tyler. Great to hear this. Yeah, you got it, man. You'll be fine. So yeah, overall, I need to see this straightened out a little bit more, and then I'm almost positive I'm on the same page with the mayor, and it's going to be a little bit of shaping once we get it straightened out a little bit. But It's tough to tell until we see it straightened, because I am a big fan of trimming from the way you want to wear it. Mm-hmm. All right, good on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'll hit this next one here. This is Liam. He wanted to send us an update. He did a pretty significant trim. And Liam he goes to University of Alabama, hence the shirt here, Roll Tide. And he had this going on. We gave him some advice to do a pretty decent trim up to get a nice little shape up, or essentially to get rid of the transparencies. And so if you look from here, I kind of sized up the faces as perfectly as I could. And look at this nice, clean trim. I think it looks awesome. I like the square shape of it, right? So I'm kind of a guy that likes to be a little bit more rounded. But with his hair, with his style, with the fullness, I really like the kind of square, boxy style that he has going on.
He did a great job. Mm-hmm. I think that was perfect, on point. He's got his hair kind of brushed. It's just a nice, real controlled look. It's a full, big beard. But I think, you did really well. Like, I love it. I think great result.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan, really cool question. He said, why do they put forth the effort to roast the castor seed if it doesn't make the end product any better? Ryan, it changes the smell mainly. It's a cultural thing. Jamaican black castor oil is where it comes from. And it's used in Jamaican cultures, used in African-American cultures. And it definitely has a different smell to it, a different look to it. And overall, it's just kind of a cultural thing, which I think is kind of cool. It's interesting.
You are crazy for knowing that. That's amazing.
I love that stuff.
That's so cool.
I love that stuff.
There's always something I learn every week.
And I did forget here, Tyler had asked us, we got so caught up in the accident, any advice on the underlip? Just let it grow. Literally let it grow.
I was going to say too, I always thought mine were doing great, but they're really not that long. The underlip guys still, I mean, they're still not where they could be. I mean, we talk and stuff. I work with them. They have a tutor, but still they're pretty short, but they just cover up that little bit of a gap.
Yep. And Ken, you're exactly right. Shea Moisture uses it in some stuff. Yes, Shea Moisture's market is the African-American market. If you go to Walmart, it is in their African-American section, their cultural section. So yes, you're exactly right. It just comes down to a cultural thing. And again, I can appreciate that. I think that's pretty cool. All right, next one.
This is Eddie A. He says, I'm 23 years old, and I've had a beard for about 2 years now. My older brother has a much fuller and thicker beard. Mine is just longer. I wanted to see what tips you had so I could keep on growing. I want to fill in my cheek lines. I would like a beard like Rick Ross. Laugh out loud.
He's 23 years old. I don't know if that comes into play at all.
I think just an extra S.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, you never know. Maybe he's got 23 years in sales, but he's actually like 56 years old. All right. Do you know who Rick Ross is?
Yeah.
All right. Rick Ross, the boss. I'm a big fan of Rick Ross. I am not a fan of Rick Ross's beard oil. He has his own beard oil. garbage, hot garbage. Rick Rouse, the boss, if you're listening, Freeway Ricky, I'm sorry, your beard oil is pretty terrible. Pretty terrible there. All right. Eddie A. Wants to look like Rick Ross, the boss. And again, kind of, he wants thicker, wants fuller, wants it longer, and then just kind of wants overall advice to get a beard like Rick Ross here. So awesome style, my friend. You can tell this dude's got it going on with the hair. He's got a nice little fade over here. Got some cool looks going on. And essentially, is just wants to ask, hey, what can I do to get my beard to look like Rick Ross along the way? And I think it's a good comparison because I do think you have a similar growth pattern to Rick Ross. You have that same kind of a little bit curly hair. One thing that I wanted to bring up right away, I agree. I don't know if it's natural or not, but I would love to see that cheek line come up. So
it almost looks natural.
It's tough. I do see some hairs right here that do look like they've been lined up and shaved. If that is natural, that is the most lined up natural line I've ever seen in my life. And it's possible.
We don't see it, but it's just almost too good to be true.
Yeah, yep. So if you are touching those, I would bring that cheek line up a little bit. If you look at Rick Ross's beard, he definitely has more body on the side there. And then my biggest tip for you would be to get a pick comb and really start getting that pick comb underneath and start bringing it forward. When you have a curly beard, when you have a textured beard like this, one of the worst things is the curls take away any length, any body to it because they just kind of curl up on themselves. I would get that bad boy, get a pick comb under there and really start working it out. Whatever you're doing right now is fantastic. Just keep a little bit of patience. And that was the two things. This is almost hey, man, we don't have anything for you. Mm-hmm. But what I would say is bring that cheek line up a little bit if it's possible, and then also get that pick comb underneath.
Just when you're watching TV at the end of the day, just work on it. There's a lot there. I was amazed how much beard is there sometimes when you pick it out and you let it spread its wings or whatever.
For sure.
Yeah.
And if your main question was, can I get to a Rick Rouse level? Yes, 100%. Mac dropping the lyrics over there. Push it to the limit.
That's Rick James. I'm sorry. I had to.
Oh, man.
What?
Mayor's wild. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Rick James, Mayor, you are off tonight.
What?
That's Little John.
Little John.
Oh, my gosh. Little John, the East Side Boys.
I think I'm having a bad dream about it. I think it's a mixture of the
Rick James I'm Rick James.
The Wayans brothers skit and I'm just mixing it all up.
Oh, man. Don't
pay attention to me. I don't even know who Incredible Hulk is. I think he's Batman.
Oh, man. And yeah, guys, tonight there is no giveaway link. We're going to go old school for the last giveaway. And then the mayor has the Detroit grooming giveaway all taken care of with the names already.
All right. This is Chris. About a month and a half in of at least going for a whole year. Need advice on trimming and dealing with mask dents.
Mask dents all day long. Here's another one here. Steven, you're absolutely welcome, man. Anytime, always happy to help. Don't try to school Dan on music. Nope, that's true. At least hip hop. The mayor schooled me on a lot lot of music. Most times you're telling me who it is.
Some old beard song.
Yes.
Conway Twitty, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I got thrown off there. He said Rick James. That was hilarious. And I know Rick James thoroughly because of Dave Chappelle.
I said what? Yeah.
Yep. Chappelle show. There you go.
I'm 10. I'm post 10 o'clock brain right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I have this, you guys don't know this, but sometimes I have this mush mouth after 10. Usually,
the filter is removed. Yep.
The brain closes the door for the evening.
All right. So trimming and dealing with mask dents. Trimming and dealing with mask dents here. All right.
First of all, he said he's a month and a half in.
No, that's not possible. I'm about a month and a half in, at least going for a whole year.
All right.
That's got to be from a different starting point. If that's a month and a half, you're going to be a world champion. Yeah. That's freakazoid level growth. I'm almost positive that's starting from something else.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have to
maybe
be.
He's a month and a half into going for a year or something like that. We just kind of missed that piece.
Yeah.
But okay. You want me to go?
Yeah.
All right.
Hit him.
I think that a cleanup on the neck is called for in this situation. I think you're using some heat. I can tell that it's very straight and well done with that. The cheek lines are going to keep continuing to fill in. I wouldn't touch them. I wouldn't cut them down. I'd let them fill in. It's going to look natural, nice and full. And I would just maybe a little cleanup while you're doing the neck. I would do this shape right here, this little guy right here. I use a little bit of scissors sometimes and just come in at an angle like that. You can also do it with clippers or trimmers, whatever you're most comfortable with.
Yeah, absolutely. And Matt says that looks like 4 months. Yeah, that's more like 4 months when that had to be starting from somewhere. So when you asked about trimming, I'm with the mayor. The first thing that jumps out to me immediately is cleaning up that neckline. You can let that creep. You definitely have great growth.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem.
It's not going to be a problem down the road. As your beard gets longer, let's go ahead and drop it and lower it. Right, that sounds like Lil Jon. Let's drop it, lower it. But I would clean that up right there. I'm with the mayor too. I'm just going to do a little zip, just a little right here. Just a tiny little boy, nothing too wild. Here's your line right here. Let's clean that neckline up. As far as the dips, as far as the mask wave, to me, it more so looks like your styling direction than the mask. When I see your beard here, you see this like curl coming down here. That isn't so much from the mask. A mask more so pushes into your face. This seems like when you're grooming down in this direction. So if this is bothering you, I would change the direction in which you're using heat and change the direction in which you are using your brush or your comb. Because a mask is not normally going to do this unless you have a mask that is really kind of pushing everything forward, then it's possible. But
I see it in the chin. I think that's what he's got, like same thing I have going on after a mask too. What do you do about a mask? Well, what should you do to something you have to put back on tomorrow? Like if you're going out or you're going to do like a face-to-face with somebody or whatever, then you can do a second wash real quick in the day. Do a second wash, hit it with heat. But there's no quick and easy way to it.
Yep, absolutely.
And I would say I'm leaning towards hit it with heat with a little bit more water in it than you would normally, and see how that goes for you.
Yep. What's up, JT9? What's up, my friend? But I noticed the mask dents are less and easier to deal with and remove if no wax. Josh, yeah, you know from my very first mask video all the way back probably a year ago now when the pandemic started, I said from the very beginning, guys, oil only. Oil only. And the main reason is wax helps train your beard in whatever position it's in. If your mask is pushing in and you have wax, it's going to help keep that dent longer. Oil only, on top of the idea that when you put on wax, when you put on balm, when you put on butter, you're also suffocating your beard even more so with that mask. And oftentimes you're not getting the benefit because it's going to wear off on the mask anyway. So guys, girls, whoever, if you're wearing a mask, go oil only. You will thank me. Maybe not the first day, maybe not the second day, but I bet you by a week, you'll notice the difference.
Soon and for the rest of your lives.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, yep, clean that up, but you're doing fine, man. The beard, this doesn't like scream to me like, oh, man, you've got a crazy beard dip. You got a crazy thing that's going on. You know, I think it looks really good. Dan, curiosity, would you happen to know him, Pedro? Nope, Jeff, I know that he sends them out in waves, and it depends on the first of the month. The pre-order ones haven't even started. They don't go out until March. So if it was a pre-order, then you have at least another week until they go out. So nope, you'll be good to go.
You kind of knew the answer to that.
Yeah,
you did. All right, you're on fire. I don't even know any. It's all right.
I bought the mask you recommended on Amazon. It's great. I agree. There's a really, really good one. If you guys want a link, message me and I'll dig it back up and find one. I was pushing that pretty heavy early on, and I can help you guys out. Shea Moisture. Yes, I've tried Shea Moisture. They are a good basic level entry product. They are kind of the Honest Amish for the kind of like African-American culture line, and they're solid. Are they compared to Detroit Grooming, Chesapeake, Mr. Moose? No, they're really not. But they're better than Cremo. They're better than Beard Guys. They're better than Maestros, which is a lot of garbage out there. So yes, they are. They're decent. They're decent. Best type of mask for a beard depends on your type of beard. You want to get something that's not going to constrict your beard. Pretty much easy. And yep, I do. There's a lot of guys with longer beards that use mine. Doug, our moderator, does as well. Really, really easy stuff. Should I be washing out my night butter before I oil up and mask for the day? You want to at least thoroughly rinse. Yes, that would be my advice. If you can wash, awesome. If not, thoroughly rinse. All right.
This is Jeffrey. He says,
Jeffrey or Joffrey?
I think Jeffrey.
because
Joffrey.
we all have
I'm going to say it so fast it won't matter. Joffrey.
That's a teacher trick.
So I have had a business beard since the summer of 2016, basically. I've been very happy with it. Last year during the lockdown, I decided to grow my hair out. And then I stumbled upon Dan's channel a few weeks ago and decided the same thing with my beard and after binge watching a ton of Dan's videos. I haven't been to the barbershop since January 2nd. I'm looking for a bit of advice on how to proceed now. You'll find attached what my business beard looked like a year ago. And then 4 mugshots, dates, pictures, and easier to make it easier. Finally, you'll see my goal. Basically, something along the lines of Dan's beard a couple years ago. This is a screenshot from a 7 Potions review. Here are my main uncertainties. The area where my mustache grows is not very thick, so I wondered if I could pull off a lazy walrus. See the before picture, for instance. I've always kept my mustache pretty tight, so I have no idea what it will look like whatsoever. My neckline is naturally pretty high. I basically don't even have to trim it when I have a business beard. Mwahaha. So I am wondering if you guys think that I have enough to work with to get support for the underbeard and not have too much transparency. How long do you suggest I wait before attempting sort of shaping? As you can see from the side angles, I have some hair that curls back at the corners of my jaw, and I'm wondering if I should trim that down. Any other advice is more than welcome. I will probably not be able to watch the stream live since I live in France, but I will be sure to catch it as soon as. And Mitch, if you're still hanging with us too, you're coming up soon too. I know Mitch was happy. Yeah. He said he's old and he's not that much older than us, but he's got to get to bed.
So this is another fantastic beard, but you can tell this dude is dialed in. He's broken everything down. I mean, that's super cool. So he wants to know about his mustache. Can I pull off the lazy walrus? He wants to know about the neckline, if it's enough to support his beard. And then what do you think about the shaping and how long he should be waiting? All right. Let's take a look at Joffrey. So, yeah, a couple people got my references of Joffrey, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then also Game of Thrones, one of the most hated characters in the history of TV.
Yeah, he went down, pretty well. That was one of my favorite deaths.
Yes.
Sorry.
Spoiler. All right.
Whoops.
Once you've had enough
time.
Yeah, once you're a couple years out.
The series.
All right.
I'm in like season 6. I don't know why I just haven't geared up for it, but
you got to be all in. All right. So here's Joffrey. February 2020. We're now looking at a year later. So he had that really chiseled, really defined business beard. Now he's fanning it out a little bit, and his goal is this handsome blue-eyed devil over here. And now here's a little bit of side beard. All right. So he talked about it kind of going back beyond the ears. Don't even look at that, man. That's your side beard profile is awesome. Don't touch that whatsoever. Great head of hair too. Mm-hmm. Great head of hair. Here's this underbeard. He was wondering if it's going to give him enough support for growing his beard out. Yeah, dude, your underbeard's golden. You have a thicker than a Snicker underneath this beard. There literally could be a Snicker under here, and we wouldn't know. So yeah, he said half awake, but I'm here. Dude, absolutely awesome here. So now we got to get to the real main questions. One, how far do I go beyond my goal? And then, could I pull off a lazy walrus? So I'm going to you to take in a second the first question. I'm going to hit the lazy walrus first, and then you are going to be the shaping guy.
Okay.
So from here to here, we have a lot of growth. But the lazy walrus, I do not see in your cards right now. Your mustache has a great style. I love everything you're doing. Keep rocking that out. But the thing that makes it a lazy walrus is this kind of like bump right here. And I don't see that coming in yet, but keep it going. If you are trimming, just trim along the lip line. Your mustache does not take away from your look at all. I don't look at it and see like, oh, a full beard and a little mustache. You have a nice, well-balanced beard. But if you were to ask me honestly, I don't see a full lazy walrus in your future. So maybe we just have a nice, tidy mustache that kind of makes it look like a really good, clean look. All right. So I'm going to kick it to the mayor. He wants this. Where does he go?
Okay. So obviously you take excellent care of your beard. Like you're dialed into it. And I think to get to the fullness with what Dan has, and I'm trying to adjust for like far space away. We've got two things to talk about. Obviously, the first one is the length, and the second one is just kind of that filling out right here. I think your hair type is going to do it. I think you are going to have some uncomfortable times where I know you're on point with all those photos. I mean, you're dialed in. But it might get a little bit bigger. You're gonna go a little bit bigger. You're gonna work on your brush style as far as bringing that out. But I like how it looks. February 18th, a week ago. I think that's excellent. But we're just filling out here on these cheeks and getting that styling done. So you're gonna have, I think, a little bit of maybe bigger than you want for a while. You have to go a little bigger than you want, and then you can easily come back. And I think that's going to be a very nice, I think it's a well-selected style for your face shape as well.
Okay. I agree. If that's your goal, I agree with everything the mayor said there. Molly brings up a good point. Molly's one of our most, I would say, instinctual commenters. It seems like she has that instinct. I know. Where's Brian Carter at? Where's Brian Carter? Anubis, it doesn't matter. It's totally personal preference there. But honestly, I think the picture of last year is better. Maybe it's the hair. This is a really good question. If we're looking at overall advice, let me remove Molly's comment real quick so we can see here. When you look at that, honest thoughts from last year to this year, and then picturing the beard on him in the future, where do you stand on that?
Well, I just, he has an excellent face for a business beard, but I think I respect and look. I think why not give it a try? This is the best time in our lifetimes probably to go bigger than you ever thought you would and see where it goes.
Yeah, I agree. I think the best beard is going to be your longer beard. I think your old beard is the next best, and then where you are right now is kind of the point in between. And I would consider something like, where did this go? There was a great comment. Think about this, and I know I had that style for a bit too long. Okay, so you say you have, so he's talking about the beard style. Mm-hmm. Well, consider this. Old haircut with the new beard. Completely preference, right? But just throwing out some thoughts here. I think keep on growing. Grow the beard, cut the hair. And Molly oftentimes loves long hair. So she's not someone who's out here saying, like, chop the hair out. I agree. I think this is $1 million haircut. When you look at that, I think you belong on Mad Men. I think you belong on, like, some, like, real sophisticated show. It's completely up to you. For me, because the hair is so dark and the beard is so dark, once you go bigger with the beard, it's going to make this, like, ring around your face. And I do think that's something to consider because most people in your life see you from a distance. Mm-hmm. Woo.
That's true.
That sounds basic, but that's deep. Let me say that again. Most people in your life see you from a distance. That's why we measure a beard from the lip down, because you think of it as a whole. You don't look at individual hairs. So for me, all right, Allison's chipping in with the old haircut as well. I think, Allison, I give you a shout out in a future video, by the way. I just filmed it. I think when you grow longer, it's going to cause that kind of like halo effect. I would just consider going, oh, very cool. That would be awesome. The perfect blend of everything. I want to donate my hair at some point. Beautiful. That's absolutely perfect. So, yeah, I think you're on the right track, my friend.
Good
Keep
question.
going.
Yeah, cool. Keep us informed on your journey because I love it.
Very true, Doug.
At least 6 feet away.
Yeah. More so than ever. So, yes. That's noble haircut after you reach the length. I agree, Ken. That's perfectly said, man. That looks really cool. That kind of blends the best of all worlds. So awesome, man. Thanks for getting up early with us. I know it's like 5 a.m. over there right now. So very, very cool. All right.
So it's not Mitch yet, but I know he's coming. All right. Hello, new to the show and videos, and I'm really enjoying them. I'm married, 57, and I'm motorcycle sales. I love my beard. I've tried trimming it myself and usually mess it up and end up having to trim it short or shave it off completely. I don't like that because I feel shaved. I look like a fat 4-year-old. I found a really good barber and completely trust him to do a great job. I feel that my beard grows well. I don't think I grow a thick, full mustache, so I trim it off or down, so I trim it down or off. Perhaps I'm not giving it time. I don't like the hair in my mouth. These pics are from various times over the last year, and one pic from when it was at its longest. I'm trying to get back there. Also, my bride of 38 years likes it shaved, fat kid look, or close to the face beard. The beard is staying. Any advice or recommendations would be greatly appreciated. P.S. I've lost 170 pounds, so the beard looks better for sure with the weight off.
Awesome.
taking the weight off.
And he and Scott included some great pictures from along his journey. I did not include all of them because I didn't think it mattered with the advice. But Scott, those are super cool to see his weight loss journey and everything. And yeah, by far the comment of the night is he said he thinks I look like a fat 4-year-old. Oh my gosh, like amazing quote there.
It only you know what? It's only a great quote because we've all had that moment.
Yeah. Oh, a fat 4-year-old. Scott, thank you, man. That made my night right there. And I'll hit this question real quick. Try to work in questions as we go naturally. Opinion on beard jewelry. I think it's cool. If somebody can pull it off and it's in their style, rock it. Is it in my style? No. Do I think the mayor should put beads in his beard? No. But some people could. No, that's you. I passed it. Unless you don't want it.
Go ahead.
All right. So if you can rock it, if it fits that kind of Viking style, dude, I'm cool as can be. Cool as can be. What's your fit against a frizzy beard? Just an overall healthy beard. If it's healthy, it's not going to be as frizzy. If that doesn't work, get a firm bulb. Pretty simple there. Oh, he said a fat 4-year-old. All right, here's my man Scott. I forgot what's the problem here. I completely missed what I lost it.
His mustache. He's like he never really keeps it long. He's not sure if he's.
Oh yes,
he should. He doesn't like that in his mouth. Okay. That kind of thing. He has a good barber that he trusts. But
yes,
good grow.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
So this one was another one. The mayor and I both go through these, and the mayor will flag sometimes. He's like, I don't know if we can give advice. Put this one in here because I think we only have the ones. Yep. And then is it Michael next? Mitch is coming.
I did move you up. You're not the very end. That's all I can say.
And we put them in order by when they come unless we get special requests. So, yes. Okay. So here's the different looks. Advice number 1, he brought it in there so I know it's on his mind, is please try to grow the mustache out. Please try to grow the mustache out. Here's Scott right here. He's laughing. Thank you, Scott. I know it's there. I know it's just short because of choice. Please grow the mustache out. It is there. Please. Secondly, I would love to see you kind of clean up, whether it's a fade, whether it's a taper, a bald fade. I would love to see some kind of cleanup on the side.
He said he has a barber. If you can show him this. Show them the video, just kind of what we're saying, and talk to your barber and kind of settle on that.
Yeah.
Too.
So Scott, this is my advice to you. Tell your barber you want a bald fade to the point of your eyeglasses line here. So you see how you have a little gap right here? I want a bald fade to go right here. This is going to be the differentiating factor, right? This is going to be like division, nothing up here and a whole lot down here, and fade into that rather than kind of be bushy and boom. And again, this is preference. I know guys that rock bushy and boom, but I would love to see that kind of taper and fade into those bad boys right into the glasses. That would be perfect.
So for the mustache, I'm just going to say on your picture here on the left, obviously the barber's coming in with scissors, I think probably, or whatever. If you're worried and you're not used to having a mustache, my recommendation would be go a little bit higher up too, so you can still kiss and not even notice it, I guess. Maybe that feels like it's not much of anything, but as that mustache hair gets longer, I feel like you just get used to it. There's no quick fix to that feeling and getting, all those getting used to hair in your mouth and all that stuff. But I think it would be worth it to challenge yourself a little bit. And if that means coming up a little higher on the scissors, or perhaps just getting your own set of scissors and just kind of taking down anybody who's really bothering you, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely. He usually does that. I'm just due for a visit. Perfect, my friend. So I think kind of overall, our advice would be to push that mustache, see what you can do. Sam's not the biggest fan of the mustache, but she knows that it looks good and she knows that I'm a fan of it. So maybe the significant other can go ahead and make that happen. So that would be awesome. Here we go here. Oh, wow. Thank you, Jason. I'll get that in just a second here. 3 beard advice shirts on me. Hey, thank you, Jason. That's fantastic, man. We will do those. I will get those out. Absolutely. Wow. Somehow, some way. It might not be this week. I might have to take you up on that in a following week, but we will do those. You got it for sure. So thank you. Just because we don't have the Gleam out tonight, but remind me and we'll get those covered. That might only cover 2 with shipping and everything, but we'll get it handled. Thank you, my friend. That's super kind of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. And
talking about these.
Yep. These shirts here, CMC, Beauty and the Beard MI, and Jason's crushing his new job. Got some award today. Dude's killing it. All right.
This is Michael. Michael says, I started my first year last year when I was sent to work from home during the startup of COVID. At the time, I was on the wait list for liver transplant and said, why not try a year after watching YouTube videos on it? Fast forward to September 2020, I had my transplant. That's awesome. And then to shave off my beard when the doctors and nurses were concerned hair may get into my main line. So I had to start over in October 2020 after getting home. The photos are 4 months into my second attempt with no trims. My concerns are wild hairs, thin sides, and patchy thin cheeks. I have been experimenting with conditioner at night, a blow dryer, and a heated brush, but I haven't got the hang of taming my beard yet. I've tried some balms, and I don't like the heavy feel of my beard. I prefer a natural feel. Not sure if my age 62, first beard or gray hairs coming in wild have anything to do with it being wild. I wouldn't say I'm against getting a trim, but I would prefer to give it more time and length before doing so. My goal is to grow out a full-bodied beard. My goal is to grow out a full-body beard at around 8 inches or longer, if my genetics will allow. I'm still deciding on a style, but leaning towards a more natural look with a wider, rounded bottom.
Okay.
Any advice is appreciated.
Awesome. And he is here. So thanks for being in here. I'll come back up here real quick. Question, he's essentially saying, I live in cold weather climate. Should I avoid the balm and butter? If you're wearing a mask, absolutely avoid the balm and butter, even more so in that dry, cold climate. If you are going out in the climate normally, totally personal preference, kind of feel it out either way. Again, yeah, just that one's really up to you there. But if you have a mask, try to avoid the balm or butter. I'm telling you, it doesn't help anybody. Oh, no, Jason, thank you, dude. Yeah, that was super, super kind, man.
Oh, my gosh.
You're the absolute man.
And this is not the first time.
Yeah. He's been continuously supporting this platform. Such a cool dude. All right, Michael B. Awesome. Great density. Hit us with a just kind of spark notes.
Basically, he doesn't want to lose the beard. He's just looking for, I think, overall general advice.
Okay.
What did he mention? Like, just
wants to go 8 inches a little longer.
So we're not going to recommend a big trim. Yep.
Okay. So we're looking here. He's trying to grow it out at least probably twice to 3 times as long as it is right now. And he kind of wants some advice along the growing way, right? And the easy answer, the simple one, is just simply keep growing, right? Don't do anything to it. If you can do that, that is awesome. But he has some interesting growth here. His mustache is wildly thick.
That's amazing,
Yeah.
And he had to shave it off for the surgery.
Yes.
So he's kind of started over since October, which is pretty darn good.
Really good. Really, really good. So yeah, as Justin says, don't touch the cheeks, right? That's not we don't want to adjust those at all here. But for your sanity, you might need to trim the mustache along the way.
I think so too. I think that's a superstar with how it's grown, but I would take it. You don't have to bring it up off the lip.
Yeah.
But I would brush down, and I just do legitimately, I get in real close and I just use my good scissors, brush it down, and I just kind of start, because the mustache kind of extends into the beard. So I would suggest kind of working on a little bit of a line there. Just as a cleanup, I think it's going to give you it's going to be a lot of bang for your buck. And I would do it on my own. And I think you could too, just go slowly. That's where scissors are better than clippers, in my opinion, for those little touch-ups. Just get in real close. But I think that's going to buy you some time for everything else to fill in. But it gives, it's going to be a more manageable kind of mustache. Because that right now you're tasting your mustache and everything you're eating.
Right, and that's a burly mustache. My top trim video right here is made for you. Look at my mustache when this video starts. It is almost identical to where you're at. And I go through in here and I kind of show you how to live and manage with that mustache. 100%. Check that video out. All you got to search for is Dancy Bearded Mustache Trim, and it's going to be perfect. It's going to keep that body. It's going to keep a ton of things that are going to really, really help you out. All right, so let's go back to this real quick here.
That's a really good point, Allison, too, is like she's, is
medicine.
Well, yeah, just your overall, I think, just be mindful of your genetics or how your body chemistry might be different now.
Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Steven? Welcome on in. So overall advice, I would trim that up. I would also do a little sideburn trim right here. You see these kind of guys going away. I would just look up Dan C bearded sideburn trim. It's as simple as a little snip. You're going to be good to go there. The bottom, if you're growing bigger, you just got to let that go for right now. Yep, you got to at least let that grow.
Fill in. It's going good.
Yep. But that mustache, man, that's going to get crazy. And if you can handle it, because it's already covered both lips, right? When you see that, man, so I would just give that a little bit of a trim. So, yep.
And if there's ever a mustache race that I need to bet on, I might call you and get you in there.
Yeah, right.
Fast growth.
Gucci says beard start growing way thinner. Any remedies? Healthy habits. Your beard is a litmus test of your health. If your beard is growing thinner than it was previously, something is going on internally with you. You're drinking less water. You're getting less nutrients to the hair. Check what is causing that problem and try to make the adjustment. There's something. It likely could be stress. It could be a change in diet, a change in habits. Maybe you had an active job and now you're sitting at home more. It all goes into the factor there. It's literally going to be finding out what's going on.
And if it's one side or the other, like Dan always says, it could be the way you're sleeping.
Yep.
It could be anything.
Yep. So
pay attention to your day and your routines and see if you can't help figure something out too.
Yep. There's something going on with you internally. Make that adjustment and it'll help so much here. And yeah, Skibby Boy, and you guys have great questions tonight. I do appreciate this. He says, how do you deal with beard itching and overall too much fiddling with the beard? It might be the product. Beard itching should not be a thing. If you're doing all the healthy habits and you're using quality products, you should not experience beard itch. It just isn't a thing. If you do, it's because of something you can control. Your water, how much water you're drinking, the adjustment of those products, right? If it's dry out and you become itchy with products, you got to try something a little bit different, something a little bit heavier. So you got to make those adjustments. And then the beard fiddling.
I totally against that. I never do that.
Yeah, who would do that?
That's your reward. If you want to mess with it,
you earned it.
Yep,
you earned it. So,
I mean, there can be times when it's like, all right, enough.
Yeah,
I hear that.
So, Skibby Boy, look, I got nothing for you on that one. That one's just it's like teaching somebody to not bite their nails. But your nails, you can put like gross tasting stuff on them. You know that trick?
They make apple,
yeah. And so, but you can't do that with your beard. All right, Mitch.
All right, first of all, Mitch had a stunning fill out. Like you talk about answering your questions, he hit it all. I didn't get to include everything. I'm gonna go through it so he doesn't fall asleep too quick. But I picked out a couple things I wanted to highlight. Mitch's goal is that he'd have a similar to we're gonna see his goal photo with his own genetic twist. I like the dude's overall.
Hold up real quick. We got some buffering and some who hit it, some uh-ohs. All right, let's see here. Are we doing all right, guys? Let us know with an update on how we're doing. Let me check my internet. All right. It's not us. We're blazing. So hopefully everything's going okay.
They were buffering. We were buffering.
Yeah, so something happened, but I think it was on the YouTube side. All right, all good. Live now. Okay, we're back. Okay, so
just against Mitch.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Mitch. Thanks, Mitch. That was YouTube side.
My main question, given what you see, my neck gap. Do you think if I don't shave my neck that it will fill in and create a fuller look in the goal, like in the goal photo? You'll notice that early on I shaved too high on my neck, but I stopped a few weeks ago. I also stopped lining my cheeks up then too. I have a few patchy, thinner spots back of the jaw, both sides, voice box, and the mustache. Should I ignore these, embrace these? Maybe I need to trim or style my way into something that makes these look better. I'm training my mustache on the sides, not trimming it at all since late December. When I got antsy with the clippers one night, do you think that that will thicken or will it only lengthen? That's a good question.
Yeah.
And based on what you see, is there a real shot at the goal beard, or do you think I should look for a different goal? I don't want to force anything. I just want to find the best look for me, whatever that might be. So I didn't use all of Mitch's pictures, but I used some of them. There's two pages of them in there.
Okay. You guys, this Mingy is stupid good. Every time I go back to it, I get like shocked on how good it is. So, oh my goodness. All right, here we go, Mitch.
All right, so these first two, front and under beard.
Okay. And then side and goal.
Yes.
All right, which one do you want to start on?
Let's stay right here. First of all, to jump to your end question, I think your goal is like you're almost like I kind of line these up like that because you can kind of you can see it. There's not too much the guy's got a high cheek line. I think you're not far away at all. Good shape around here. The only difference I see is he's just got a little more fullness, a little more thickness in the underbeard, but I definitely think it's a potential or possibility for sure. Let's go back to the first two. My other advice, I like the mustache. I can see, I can see only because you mentioned it that, yeah, you've got a little unevenness in the mustache, but so who doesn't? Truthfully. I still like that fullness. I think it offsets. The color. I love the hair color, popping out and kind of just completing it. I think you have a really good sense of what looks good with your face shape and everything, and keep doing what you're doing. As far as the underbeard you asked about, is there a way to trimmer style around the Adam's apple and all that? I think less is more because I don't see it head on. I would lean towards at this point not doing much with the trim or anything under there. I know you said you had been trimming and now you've kind of stopped. I think give it some more time.
So the only thing I would disagree on is that underbeard. I do think this has to go because you don't see it head on, but see here, right? See these guys? And then when we go to here, that is what that is.
Okay.
So when you see this guy's beard here,
you can actually
super
see
clean.
You can see that you can see where
like its skin color is different. Yeah, you can see where he's razoring. So Mitch, I agree with the mayor 100%. Like you said, I would have never noticed the mustache until you said something. Mine does the same thing. But I do think you get these side guys right here. And all I would recommend is unless you want to, it's up to you, but I wouldn't go with a full razor. I would go with something like a Brio Zero Gap or a T-foil or an Andis lineup device, something that's just going to be a little bit easier for you. And all it is this portion right here. And so what you want to do is kind of get like a little, they call it like the hangman's noose. And you're going to go through and just clean these guys up. It's just this corner section here and just this corner section here. And all that's going to do is get rid of that. That would be it. But, man, yeah, you got style. You got a great haircut, great hair color, nice bald fade right here. Guys, when we talk about getting a bald fade, this is what we got. This is what we're looking for right here. So, yep, I would give that one. And Mr. Funk has a really good example here. He says, I had the same V under my neck and it filled in. And Funk, I think that would be super valuable if his goal was to go longer. But I think his goal is to stay right here, right? If I remember correctly, he works in the education field. And so maybe going longer isn't going to fit him. So if his were to fill in, so let's take a look here. If his were to fill in the front, we're probably going to start seeing it underneath, especially if his head isn't leaning forward, if it's sitting back more. So for this goal, for this style, I don't want to see it fill in. I want to see that kind of go through and get that little trim. But other than that, yeah, great thickness, great color. I love the texture. Awesome things. All these guys rock glasses so well.
Yeah.
Like they're so sharp. Do you have contacts?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Remember one time I wore glasses and you said the light.
Oh, yeah, the ring light and stuff.
So
yeah.
Never
Okay.
again.
Because I don't have any vision problems at all. So for me, it like doesn't cross my mind. But sometimes I see it. I'm like, man, that's sharp. Like, that's real sharp.
And I'm just blurs day. I'm old. I'm the guy that, like, if I forget to find my glasses before I take my contacts out,
is it pretty bad?
We got a problem.
Really?
Some days. Most days I have like two places I put them, but if they're not in those two places and my contacts are out, I usually call them the backup.
Anubis, it's completely unique to you. Growth patterns are as unique as our fingerprints. Some people grow their underbeard more. Some grow the chin. Some grow the sides. It's unique as it gets. So awesome. Thank you for sending in, Mitch. That's, again, a really well put together beard that we can have shown off in such an awesome way with a little bit of advice. So awesome, man.
This is Jake M. Jake says, I decided to grow a beard starting in January. The pics are about 3 months growth after a shower and oil. When the pandemic hit, I was very overweight for my typical build. Now I lost 65 pounds in 4 months. I felt better than I had in a long time. And I wanted to focus on growing and grooming a beard. I'm 24 years old, and I'm looking for tips for the lineup on the sides. Should I trim the straight down for my sideburns or just let it all fill in? Also, considering growing the mustache out for the beard, yay or nay?
Before I even see, it's a yay. Yes, grow out the mustache. But let's take a look. All right, so sideburns. This is where he's coming in. All right. great start. 4 months. Is that what he said? Or 3 months? 3 months. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that's what we were talking about that beard earlier. It's like that was like a 3 or 4 month of beard. Great style, man. Awesome look. So here's his goal. He wants that kind of full red beard there. Should I grow out the mustache? Yes, you should. There's no question there. Now, his question is about his sideburns. Let's see specifically what he said. For the side, should I trim straight down from my sideburns? Okay, so not necessarily sideburns. He's talking about this portion right here. So does he contour this in, or does he leave it exactly like it is? I'll hear from the mayor, but my thoughts, especially here, you have a really nice line. I'm leaving that alone. I think at this point, if you were trying to maintain, maybe we can talk about cutting in and bringing an adjustment. But you said that you were, let's get the advice here, that you wanted to focus on grooming a beard. Okay. 4 months, growing it out, overweight. Okay. Should I trim down the sideburns as the beard, grow it out with the beard? So he doesn't exactly tell us how far he wants to grow it or any specifics there, but I would leave it for right now. I think you're on a great road. I do know exactly what you're talking about, and that's why we're showing this here, because there is something there. There for sure is something there. We got Eric saying grow it out. We have Jesse, grow it out. I'd leave it. Don't trim. He said yeared. Did he say yeared? Did we miss yeared on that one? I'm going for the yeared. You're right. Thank you, JT. So yeah. Oh, without question, grow it out.
Yeah. No, I think that you have exceptional growth on the sides, and I feel like, and then the front is the front view is going to be your slow go guy, but I think it's going to get there too. But you have great genes, and it's mostly just leave it alone at this point. I think to get to the goal, or just as we go through the year, and I don't feel like it's you're defiling the year by doing a few touch ups on the side, or a few cleanup things right here. You're not actually touching the main, the trunk of the beard, or whatever you want to call it. Trunk of beard.
Yeah.
I don't know where I came up with that, but yeah, great growth on the sides. The front's going to be the one that you just have to have patience with. And there's nothing wrong with a cleanup if you ever feel like you need that.
Yeah.
On just here.
Molly says, fade the hair and sideburns. 30 Days Review says, I'd suggest change the hairstyle. I agree. I think as you're growing that out, I think you need to go with a hairstyle that is shorter on the sides here. You can maybe leave the top part, but maybe just do a nice little fade. Go to the barber, kind of get this one. Yes, I'm due to go to the barber. Lazy quarantine haircuts. Hey, there you go. So he's got that dialed in.
Show him the video.
Yes. Flag says, I'm working on my stash now, growing 3 weeks of a fresh beard. Flag, you trimmed your beard? Flag had a legendary beard. That's wild, man. That is wild. Hey, if you guys are in here and you still have not liked the video, this is just the kind little reminder. Oh, shoot, I didn't hit the like. Please and thank you. We do have some giveaways coming up, so keep that in mind.
Tom says, I've come to a point that I almost want to start over with the man-made. I want to have a larger and longer beard, much like Dan. My biggest issue right now is that it seems as if my beard has stopped growing. I've actually stopped all trimming and shaping completely in hopes that it will flourish as much as possible. My mustache is blocky, and it doesn't connect to my goatee. It just looks like it does. It just looks like it does because the ends are long. My cheeks aren't as full as I want it to be, and my chin isn't full either. Again, the length that covers up most of the parts. I've struggled with the density since it started coming in just a few years ago. Any suggestions and pointers would be greatly appreciated. And I think that's great. Like what he's talking about with the mustache, it's one of the tricks we have, right? He's saying I don't have a natural growth right here on the corners of my mouth, so I leave the ends of the mustache longer to kind of bring that around.
Absolutely. All right. How good is Mingy, dude?
It's excellent.
It's so good. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. He kind of looks like our buddy, the owner of the Grand Blanc Cake Pop Shop. He
I've
really
never
does,
met him in person.
Especially this side view.
I've seen a lot of his cakes.
I have too many times. Just kidding, Jack, if you're out there. All right, so it seems my beard has stopped growing. Okay, that's going to come down to healthy habits, man. Just keep up with the healthy habits here. My mustache is blocky and doesn't connect to the goatee, and my cheeks aren't as full. So any suggestions, any pointers would be helpful.
I'll start.
Yeah, please.
One of the things, and I think as I look at the hairstyle and type, I would beg to differ on it's not growing. I think that you've got a curly hairstyle, and if you're that it might just be kind of like curling up a little bit. If it got picked out, you might see that length that's actually there. As I look at the underbeard, I don't think there's any reason not to suggest some kind of a cleanup, at least on the corners, a little bit with like a clipper, or you could do a razor, but that would be maintenance. That just depends on how you want to do that. But you've got, I don't know. I think as we're you express your concerns with like the mustache and the under the lip, very typical, very common things that we hear. I wouldn't be opposed to just a little bit of a rounding and shaping on the main beard part as we wait for those guys to come in for more.
Yeah, this one's a tough one for me because you have a great beard. The easy bet is to say leave it alone, right? The easy bet is to say don't touch it. I agree with the mayor, especially on the underbeard. So I would just get these guys right here, because if you look in this picture, I don't know if it's hard for you to see, but this right underneath here, you can see that little growth pattern. So I would just give that a little cleanup. If it comes in fuller and longer like mine, then you let it go and you kind of go from there. So good density, I agree. Really good density here. So the face shape with the beard, my thing is I don't know. This is a tough one. And I rarely say this, but you might benefit from a scuba beard. Scuba's got a nice chiseled, nice lined up, detailed beard where he comes down on the sideburns a little bit more. My only thought with that and doing any kind of shape up is the cheeks are a little bit low right now, and I would love to see those grow more. So if we did come down on the sideburns, I don't know how much that's going to leave over here. So I'm kind of torn on both sides here. Kind of torn on those ones. Man, for sure clean up down here. On the beard, if I was going safe, I would leave it alone. And I hate giving that advice because I know people are coming for advice. But right now, I would leave it alone and see what those cheeks can do to fill out, especially up here. Because if we start going down lower anywhere, we might not be left with enough. And that's my thoughts.
Yeah. And sometimes we just put our ideas out there, and we don't have to like lock it into a true. Sometimes we definitely have a true suggestion. Right,
for sure. So, but you got a great beard, man. I feel like you have a lot of doubt on yourself, and you're kind of picking yourself apart. Anybody sees this, you're going to be known as
that dude with
the
dude. Beard.
Exactly. You're going to be the bearded dude. So you got a great beard. Look how many people in the chat said great density. So I clean this neck just a little bit. And for right now, I'd say let's leave it alone. Let's see what happens with the cheek line.
Brian B says, I have had a beard on and off always wanting something different. Last couple of times it was because I thought I couldn't maintain it to look great. Enter you guys. I was trimming the beard and stash from March to October. Since then, I haven't trimmed the beard or stash. I'm still new to the beard game as it comes to goals, so I'm looking for some. Personally, I am also awful at goals. Since watching and communicating with Dan, T-Bearded, I have stuck to most of a routine: oil after showers, butter at night, and I'll wash the beard every time when I get home from work. Hazard chemicals and wear mask. When I get home from work, I work with hazardous chemicals and I wear a mask.
Yep.
Any advice would be great. Never did this publicly, so it's a new experience.
And Brian is someone I talk to on a regular basis, and I don't think he minds me sharing this. He was pretty nervous to send in here, which I love him telling me that, because I know there's a lot of guys that want to send in, but they're nervous about public. They're nervous about over 200 people watching this, So, Brian, first off, thank you for sending in. That is big.
Interjection. If you guys are on the fence about it, we wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for you. So if it's just to help us out with another topic and suggestion, jump on it.
If that's what you got to tell yourself to get over the edge and say, hey, I'm helping out Dan and the mayor, we'll take it, because we do need content. We're not struggling by any means, but if it dries up, there's nothing we can magically conjure.
We don't take it for granted.
Yep. So thank you for sending in here. Okay. So overall advice essentially is what he's looking for here. All right, Brian B, again, pulling off the glasses, man. I get a little bit envious, and I'm like, nah, I don't actually want glasses. They seem like a pain. And he said earlier he hates his glasses. Okay, so I love this. We're going to come back to this one here. Got the underbeard. I love the color. Everybody's going to comment on the color and how awesome that is. Advice was nerves here. Here I am to hear it. Awesome. Awesome, man. So I'll kick this one off here. And Brian, I got a couple tips for you. First is you have a great beard, and I really mean that. So keep rocking it. But I do think it's time for two areas to kind of trim up, kind of just give a little bit of a niceness to it. So when you look at the underbeard here, if you do the patented squint test, we have some great density right along this line. Fantastic. I'm going to do a little trim right here. Just taking off a little bit on the bottom. Your beard kind of swoops in on the side. And what that's going to allow you to do is to be able to get everything to kind of push out and get a little bit more. I would really focus on your combing techniques, getting that beard out. I want to elongate your beard. I want some volume on that beard, getting that bad boy out here. But to help along the way, we're going to do a little trim right there. And I think really importantly to help this beard out, we gotta get a cut on the sideburns. Now, this has nothing to do with your beard. Your beard starts right here. But I would love to see these bad boys get a little bit, actually a lot of bit shorter. I would love to see these come down, and just imagine what a nice fade into your beard is going to look like. I think that for your overall style and your overall look, that is the biggest game changer you could have. Just a nice, either do it yourself or go to a barber. A barber would be able to knock that thing out with ease. And yes, like Steve Funk Daddy's saying in the chat right here, it is time for a beard blowout. That's going to get you a little bit more balance on the beard. That trim's going to give it a nice little, need a haircut? Yeah. When you get a haircut, and Brian, I can tell by the growth pattern here, I don't think you normally go super short on the sides. If so, you got freakish growth right here. I want you to go step outside your comfort zone, right? I want you were nervous to send in here. I want you being nervous going to the barber for a haircut, and I want you to go short on the sides.
Well, a lot of times they'll ask you, like, what do you want done with your sideburn?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to leave them alone? And it's easy to say fast, like, yeah, leave them alone. But no, there are better answers and more for your money too.
Yes. Clean up. Tell the barber you want a nice little fade from your beard, right? Which starts right here. You can show them this if you want. I can mark up pictures if you need me to. And then fade it into your haircut. I think that's going to do really, really well. It did cross my mind right here. Something to consider. If you had that bald and bearded, I think that would really push out the beard, really, really bring a look. SDZ, I'm with you. I think that a pompadour with a fade would look awesome too. You have some really cool options for the haircut, but I do think it would look really nice with bald and bearded. Just something to consider. I've gone no guard on the clippers before. Hey, that's something to certainly consider here. Anthony loves having the shaved head, and I've heard that. I think unanimously, guys that have shaved their head, I don't know if I've had maybe one guy has come back and been like, it wasn't for me. I didn't like it. Almost everybody, and I don't think it's even them just telling themselves to convince themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know how sometimes you have buyer's remorse, shaver's remorse. I think they actually mean it. So something to consider there. I think you can pull off a lot of options, but that's my biggest advice is here and then here, plus the blowout. And I think you have a great start. Those things are going to be the tipping point. It's going to, boom, going to really, really help.
Just to add on, I don't have just a couple tips or pointers, and these are all guesses on my point, but my dentist always says that he's like, you're right-handed and you're missing a back corner of your mouth. I feel like there was some, your right side was like dialed in, like well brushed, like you could tell you're getting the comb in. Make sure, that you're kind of consistent.
Even.
I'm not good at doing that either, but like I have a dominant hand and I'm good at one side. I can see it. I like that side of my face even to some extent more than the other side of my face. Make sure you're balancing and seeing that and training both sides equally. I'm not good at it. As I've learned to try and do my own trims too, like scissors only work. There are some angles that scissors do not cut. And I'm trying to figure out, like, there's some awkward poses and some ways that I do it that are weird, but like as we get better with that, but be consistent with that. And you've got the routines, but always be honest with yourself about what routine is. What are you going to actually? What's something you're going to do? Regularly. That's not that big a deal, and what's something that just might be too much too. But I think you've got great coloring, great stripes. A beautiful beard. Thank you very much for submitting and being here.
Yeah, awesome, man. The color is so cool, so cool. Great mustache too, by the way. All right.
This is Chris S. He says, I feel no, my beard could be much better. For the past year or so, I've gotten too much length taken from my sides at each haircut. Now I don't know how to play catch up with what I have going. My neck doesn't really grow even to my Adam's apple. I've just started doing better maintenance and using a solid brand of oil and butter. Not sure where I should go from here. Anything helps, or any helps appreciated.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So I do have some update ones. Okay.
All right.
So Chris sent in, and then his buddy, I believe Liam, told him from advice on this picture to go with a blowout beard. So here is before. This is what he sent in originally. And then he updated us and said, this is now after the blowout beard. So this is currently. Yeah. So Chris, first thing here is, again, you got a great base, man. That's a lot of beard to work with. This is super simple. Keep working with your technique and especially the heat. Right now, you're using too much heat. My advice would be that you're going with a little, hey, here's Chris right here. Really dial this in, man. Again, you've got a fantastic beard. Look at this. Nice, great beard, blowout. Yes, the main thing that I want to see you adjust is notice how like stick straight right here it is. I want you to go with a little bit more of a natural look. I would love to see it. Seems like you're either using a heated brush or you're using the blow dryer too hot or for too long. I want a little bit less, and I think this is a Copper John's hat, so I know you're our buddy Liam in the chat right now because he's a Copper John's hat, as I like to call him. But a great, as Jason said here, that's a really good way to say it, Jason, a great canvas. And I agree with Molly. It is time for a slight trim. It's going to be about a 2 to 3 inch trim. You're going to be looking at right about here. I think right where you were in your 7 potion, that goal picture from earlier. Right, that would look really good. Yep, really, really good. Thank you, Eduardo. If you guys emailed after like 7 o'clock today, we won't be able to get to it till tomorrow, but thank you for the email. We will absolutely get to anything for next week's show. So really, really, really dial in that heat. Try to go a little bit more natural. Try not to go as straight. And then it is time for a little bit of a trim here, which is natural. Again, I do those ones all the time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we see our just a little bit of a trim to a couple inches off, shaping it out. Otherwise, the blowout, huge improvement. I think too. Also, the body of the beard is much improved from the earlier pictures. And I think the blowout, the focus was kind of down at the bottom because you have, if you see here, right, it's really kind of narrow, and then the bottom gets it out. But I want to see the blowout in this portion, right? You see how it still kind of swoops in. There's gonna be a skill. There's gonna be a technique involved with getting this to blow out, with getting this and go out and go through as it goes. So yeah, 100% great canvas, man. And Liam says, yeah, I wasn't wrong on the trim line. Nope, it's pretty self-evident right here. It's showing itself real easy. And dude, that's a very simple trim. You get some trimmers, some buzzers, and you're just gonna go. If you watched my singed beard video, it's real quick to the point at the trimming part, and it'll show you. Awesome beard, man. People see that. I know you get beard compliments. I know people give you shout outs on the street and say great beard. So yeah, man, absolutely crushed it. Chris, thank you for sending it in, man. That was really, really cool here. So I saw him in the chat there as well. Okay. Awesome. You are the man. All right. And Molly said maybe a cheek lineup. Yeah, I could see that, Molly. Absolutely. Just kind of personal preference on that one. But I do think you got a really good point there. Rounded brush. So for this length of beard, I would actually like to see it achieved with a comb. A Chicago Combs number 8. I know Liam has a Chicago Comb number 8, so I'm guessing he showed you or at least recommended it. For this size beard, the blowout with the round brush is going to be more for like correcting dips and waves. This is more a structural type thing. So I would not go the round brush on this one. This is Michael. Michael says, the problems are that there are some spots where I don't grow any hair. My goal would be a full beard. Very simple. Yep. Very simple. All right. So some spots where we don't grow hair. And we only have a few more, guys, so we'll get to those giveaways. So thank you guys for hanging out. I know people have to work and get to bed, so that does mean a lot to us. All right.
So he's got some spots where the beard's not growing. Thoughts, advice, tips on that aspect, that I'm going to hit something different.
Okay, I would say I think that you've got a very normal pattern of growth. There's not too much there. I think time, unfortunately.
Truly, it sounds corny. Yeah, you look like a younger guy. Michael, just give it some time. He says, that's me. Thanks, Michael, for sending in. Give it some time. For those spots, literally don't worry. As the mayor said, that's normal. It is so normal that you have this. Michael, how old are you? People are wondering in the chat. What I would love to see, though, is a little bit of work along this jawline. You have a pretty significant dip in wave, and it could be a mask wave, or it could be a grooming one. It's truly impossible to tell these days. I would love to see you look up my video, Dancy Bearded Dips, Dancy Bearded Waves. And this one, 100% will be using a round brush to address this area right here. It's hard to see because your beard is so dark and you have a dark shirt on in the pictures, but kind of addressing that one, 24 in 2 days. Yeah,
I was going to say 28, so I was off. But...
yeah, close enough. You're a young. I like to be able to say this. You're a young pup. Mm-hmm. Right, I think I've earned that with the difference.
Yeah,
so my advice, man, have patience. Look up my beard wave or my beard dip video, and let's start addressing that chin and jawline. That's going to give you some more fullness. That's going to give you a little bit more body and really going to help you out there. The rest of the stuff is gravy, dude. Just enjoy the journey. Be patient.
Great beard.
Great beard. I like the fade up here. Awesome beard, man. But it's definitely, you got that wave going on. Let's tackle that one, and you'll be good to go. All right.
Nick says, I've kept some form of beard since I was a teenager. I even had a full beard grown out a bit before, but I've never probably cared for it until now. I typically keep it at about an inch or less, trimming once or twice a month. I'm a car salesman. I'm the guy who sells the new Corvettes, who spoke up last week. I remember that. So I need to keep things looking fairly sharp. I may wear a suit or I may wear a polo, ball cap, and jeans. Depends on the day. Here in Western South Dakota, you never know what personality type you might be working with. Wearing my COVID mask has given me the opportunity to let it all go, and I certainly have. I wear a tube-shaped neck gaiter style mask, so it covers up a lot.
Cool.
Due to that, in early November, I said, to heck with it. I haven't trimmed a single hair besides my high cheeks since. Okay. I've never let my neck hair, front or back or backside beard go wild like this. Kind of fun, but as things settle down in the world, I'll be able to go to the barber again soon and would like to chisel out some style. I like a bald break on the sides for a fairly high fade with a fairly high fade typically. For beard goals, I like a long, blocky beard. I have no real limit in mind. Just want a lot of length with it still looking sharp and up and kept up. Okay. I do battle with a bit with kink and poof. I always get waves on my sides from the mask, but I'm learning to conquer those. As far as the stash, I'm considering either over the lip tightly trimmed so it doesn't get into my mouth, the lazy walrus, or let it grow and sweep it off to the sides. No handlebar for sure.
Okay. All right. And we have him in here. Thanks, Nick, for sending in. Let's take a look at the beard here. All right. So awesome beard. Like you said, COVID, and we've touched on this many times. Having mask, having a different work environments allowed some guys to be able to grow it out. The mask has killed some beards, but it's also birthed some. So
yeah, I think it's probably a trade.
I agree.
Trade, and as far as that goes, what the story is.
So great, obviously fullness, density here. You've got some great texture. Oh, and this is our last one. And hey, if anybody thinks I think Eduardo said he said he was going to be featured. If somehow you feel like you were going to be featured and you didn't get on the show, send us a message afterwards, and we'll get it straightened out. It's possible something went through the cracks. It's not usually likely, but hey, sometimes things happen. People also said that they had sent them. I checked. They didn't do it. They forwarded it, and it came through. So who knows? Maybe it's an address thing. You know the internet. So get a hold of us, and we'll make sure we get you featured when we can. All right. So he's just like, hey, I've grown past where I'm at. What can I kind of do here for the beard? So I'll kick off kind of two things real quick and then see the mayor's thoughts on this. I think one, and I'm pretty sure the mayor's going to be with us, is this line right here. I'm going to follow that ear down, and I'm going to kind of go with a little swooping motion. You got a lot of body right here.
You're going to love having that gone.
Yes.
That's one of my, I can see it on the underbeard too. Yep. Like that grows really fast for me for some reason.
Yeah.
And when I clean it up, it feels like it's the difference between my clean feeling beard and my not so.
Yes. So I would go right here, right? I think that's a pretty easy line. I think a barber is going to be able to do a great job on this one. It'll be really, really nice to kind of go right through here. You'll be good to go. And the underbeard is unique. You have, I don't know if you're doing this on purpose, if this is a styling thing, but it almost looks like you're taking that round brush and doing the Greg Brzezinski, that kind of gray beard roll through. I don't think that's necessary. You have such a thick beard. You do not need to have this kind of like gap. If you're not doing it on purpose, we need to get under there with a pick and start picking that out. Start bringing that fullness kind of evenly. As the mayor said, one thing that's going to happen right here is once you remove this, it's going to take away this portion. That's what we're looking at just from a different angle. So, okay, so it's brushed forward. We got to stop with this density and this length, Nick. You want to start avoiding that brushing forward, and now you want to start going down. So instead of getting this all pushing up here, you've got enough backboard, my friend. Let's even this out, because then it's like you have like sections of beards like this. I want a section of beard like this. All right. So really start working that. That's my two biggest things there is here. And then let's start addressing this little pocket underneath.
To add, for the front of your beard, this little portion is just a month away of just kind of not even being an issue anymore. Those guys are going to take their ground. You've got such a dark coloration to the beard. Yeah. That's not going to be an issue. My only other thing to add on with what Dan says, by the way, the mustache is good. It looks, I would the longer you can bear it will look better with the shape that we're going for. But for the chisel, the one question you should have, and I was trying to show my profile was, do you want the longest part of your beard being in the front? Or in your case, I might recommend kind of a straight line. You said like a boxy line. So, for me, I kind of, just due to my growth patterns, I kind of go out, and then the longest point, I have like a jut a little bit. I think you could get away with a straight line right there. Clean up like what Dan said. That was what I was going to say in the beginning. Cut it in and then straight rather than out, like to where your front is. I think it's a mean, like not everybody has this ability to grow this beard.
God of War. God of War type look here. I agree with the mayor. Think about your angles real carefully. If it's me, and I think this is what the mayor was putting down, we're coming here, and then that was too sharp. Here, and then we're angling down and getting a nice look in there. But again, I want this density kind of plucked out, picked out, and kind of going through the bottom there. But yeah, great beard, man. You've done what everybody wishes they could do. You have grown past your beard, and now you get to carve back to it. You let the bushes grow out, and then now you're going to carve into it. Fantastic. If it's a good barber, if it's a great beard barber, they will be in heaven, and they'll be like, yes, this is my masterpiece. I would love to zoop, zoop, zoop and go through there. So, yeah, and I love it. Several people have commented on the thickness of the sideburns. I dig them. I normally would say, let's go a little whoop here, but don't take too much off, man. That really adds to the beard. It really does. Several people have commented in a positive way. So awesome, man. Really, really awesome beard. And good. Eduardo says, I was featured earlier. I wasn't here. It's caught it perfect. Let's say it's usually pretty straightforward. I know it's possible, but I didn't think we missed anybody. So awesome, Eduardo. I guess we just forget. We get so many names. It's so hard to remember who we covered and who we didn't. So very cool. All right. What we're going to do is the Detroit grooming giveaway first. Okay. And then we will go into the Chesapeake one. And you got it ready here?
I got it ready.
Okay, let me get out of this guy here first.
There's a small chance we might have to watch a commercial for a video game, but I've got my little names cycling. I put in 59 names. That's how many we've covered. This is going to be fairly straightforward. Big shout out to Detroit Grooming. Thank you so much for all of your help with this prize bag. The winner of this drawing is going to get, I'll let your name circle.
Is it still going?
No, I haven't pressed the button.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They're getting a black co-wash, oil, butter, hat from Detroit Grooming, and a $25 gift card. So thank you very much, guys. All right, so I'm gonna hit raffle. It's gonna spin. And
all right, let's see. Good luck, guys. This is pretty cool. Oh, hold up. Oh.
Can we see the winner on there? All right. I don't want to pick too many.
All right, still
All right,
running.
So it's on auto. All right. So finish, and our winner is John S.
Okay, John S.
There you go. So
Awesome.
John S. If you won, reach out to me, Mayor's Beer Journey on Instagram. We'll go back and look it up too.
We should have the email.
Yeah, we've got that. But congratulations, and again, thank you, Detroit Grooming.
Awesome. So yeah, thank you, Detroit Grooming, for that one. And then our last giveaway of the night. This is one that is from my side of the pond here, and that would be the Dancy Bearded Beardsman Starter Kit. So when you look on here, guys, it's got the beard oil, it's got the beard vitality, and it's got the co-wash, the beard wash, and the sticker, and it's all on a Dancy Bearded box. The Beardsman Starter Kit here, pretty darn cool, guys. I am excited. We are going old school for this one. I will explain. All right, I will explain here. Okay, we got that. Good. All right, we are going to do a random number generator, and I'm going to switch up the range, so do not jump ahead on us. Right now, we got almost 200 people in here. So we are going to go between this number and this number, okay? And the rules for this giveaway, guys, is going to be one winner. And what we need is a number in a second that I'm going to tell you guys. And you may only enter once. And please understand the internet prioritizes your answer over everyone else's. What that means is when you hit enter, it shows up on your screen immediately. But we're going to have about 200 numbers that are going to be coming at us at about the same time. And YouTube has to prioritize it in a list. Sometimes it has to do with internet speed, how close you are to us, luck. I mean, there's a lot of things factored in. But luckily, there's not a ton of repeat numbers, so it's not the biggest problem in the world. So just keep that in mind. You may look like you won on your screen, but you didn't. We're going to double check. We got 2 people here to verify, so you guys will be good to go. Super cool kit, man. I'm very proud of this one. I think it's going to be a perfect, the mayor said, a perfect gift for people, like a birthday gift, a new beardsman gift. I think come November, it's going to be a smash.
It's an easy way to say to your wife or your girlfriend, hey, that's what and they just have one thing to order and it's done.
And that's a great point. Rather than saying, I would love this oil, this balm, this butter with this scent. Please don't forget the scent. Please add in the conditioner. And the wash. Once you got to that point, they're gone. Nope, sorry. Not doing that. You're going to get crap from Amazon. So
Amazon gift card.
Yep. And then you don't get beard products because they're not that good on Amazon. So good luck, everybody here. And you do need to wait until I say the keyword, which is spelled G-O. And if you did not hit the thumbs up, I hope you lose.
1 entry.
Was that harsh?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
1 entry.
I hope you hit the thumbs up, guys, and that's good luck to you guys. If not, let's get those thumbs up going right now. These stay up. These stay up, and I do believe we gain new people to the channel with these. I hope so. You can't measure that, but I do hope so. All right, guys. We need a number between 40 and 75. Go. Between 40 and 75. Go. Good luck. All right, got the number there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good luck, everybody. Between 40 and 75. I haven't seen it yet, but I bet we have somebody. Hopefully. We won't give anything away. All right, beautiful. Okay. We'll go back here, make sure we got everybody.
But I saw it.
And thank you, everyone, for being in here tonight. Again, that is awesome. We're coming up on 2 hours, and you guys are still rolling strong. This has become kind of something special to us. It really is cool. And I hope that people that get advice kind of feel personally invested in this stream and keep coming back, keep helping, keep supporting. That's this beautiful thing.
It means a lot for somebody that is out there to say, yeah, I was on the show. This is what it changed. If you're in the chat throwing that support, that's amazing. That's more than we can do.
And we do have a winner, guys. We do have a winner here. So let me show the generator, and then I will highlight the person because we may have multiple people. And we double-checked, verified, got everything. The correct number is 69, random comment generator. And our winner is Anubis. He's been on the show before. Not this week, but he has been before, and he has some questions today. Congratulations, Anubis. You have won, my friend. Congratulations. So, Anubis, you're going to get a hold of Chesapeake Beard and Grooming. If you don't know how to get a hold of them, contact me, and I'll get that information over to you. But just get a hold of Chesapeake. I'm going to send your name to them so they know that you got it. and we'll be able to roll from there, my friend. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Very cool. All right, so let's see here. Mayor, any parting words for everybody?
Stay bearded, guys. Stay positive. It means more than ever. Now it means more than ever.
Yep. Stay supportive, too. Help other people out. It really does mean a lot. If you guys have not, let me see, I get this here. Consider following the mayor on Instagram. Consider following me on Instagram. I'm still chipping away at that 10,000. It's not coming really fast, but that's okay. I'm a patient man. It doesn't happen overnight. So if you could consider that, I post cute pictures of my kids. If any of the ladies are out there, post beautiful pictures of my wife as well. It's not all beard stuff. And yeah, keep it up. Hey, guys, I do have a bonus stream on Friday. It's going to be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to tell the story. I can't give names, but I'm going to tell the story of my lawsuit with the company. You know that one. And then I'm also going to tell my murder story. You know that one. So I'm going to tell it on stream. And then it's going to be a Q&A. So it's going to be just a time for you guys to ask me any questions beard related that I'm not able to get to normally, personally, channel related, whatever you guys want to ask. I'll be there to answer. 3:30 p.m. on Friday. My week of work will be done at that point. I'm going to be ready to hang out and just have a good time with you guys. Eastern, by the way, 3:30 Eastern. All right, guys. That's all I got. Thank you. Another awesome night. Detroit Grooming, thank you, guys. Looks like Mike stayed up through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Awesome month, Mike. Thank you so much, guys. Take care.